What is up, everyone? It is David Smith, the host of the Armchair Commentary, coming at you with a brand new episode. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying that Steve Steele has decided to step away from the Armchair Commentary. I'd like to thank Steve for all of his efforts from the first episode all the way through till right now. If you're still looking to listen to Steve, you can check him out on the Sherlock podcast, Sherlock Pod C1 on Twitter, I believe. You can definitely check them out, and they're reviewing the Sherlock Holmes canon, so super fun, not sports related. You can still find Steve at his usual socials, and we wish Steve all the best. Guess what? It's playoff time. The New York Islanders have put a huge, big, bruising defeat on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Tristan Jarry stood no chance. In fact, he was the worst goalie in playoff history since, I think, Ilya Bryzgalov. They said he actually had a -8 goals allowed expected, as in he let in 8 more goals than he was expected to allow. That's bad. That's bad. In a 7-game series, an extra 8 goals is a huge amount of goals. Like, that's a huge amount of goals. Like, you got to be kidding me with that. So shout out to the Penguins and Geno Malkin and Crosby trying to make a run for another cup, but unfortunately it looks like Lou and the big bruising Islanders are heading to Beantown to face off against the Bruins. The Golden Knights and Wild completed their game last night, and guess what? We've got our first Game 7. Round 1, Game 7, Golden Knights and Wild. It was a 2-0 victory, and honestly, the series looked to be done in the water. Like, it looked to be dead, and Vegas has kind of let the Wild stick around, and that's a dangerous thing to do with any team. So they will have a Game 7 tomorrow night. Tonight, it is the Toronto Maple Leafs and Montreal Canadiens, my Canadiens, and the Carolina Hurricanes and the Nashville Predators. Now, Montreal and Toronto is, if you follow me on social, you know that I made a Macho Man Randy Savage, gave you a full ooh yeah and everything. The Leafs have been far and away the better team. They're getting better opportunities and they're scoring. If Montreal can somehow pull it out, it goes back to the Bell Center, and there will actually be fans in Canada for the first time since the COVID-19 outbreak had actually started. So something to play for Montreal there, but I'm not sure if they've got it in them. They've given everything they've gotten in this series, and it's led to 4 goals and lots of opportunity, but just not enough scoring. Big shout outs to William Nylander, who is a target of perpetual hate on the internet. Like, people loathe this guy because he sometimes doesn't look like he's putting in maximum effort. I don't know if he's not, but he looks like it. So honestly, good on him for turning it on in the playoffs when things like truly matter. And shout out to Jack Campbell, who's probably one of the nicer people that you'll hear from in terms of athletes. Super chill guy, and he's making all sorts of fun TikToks and sharing them on the socials. You'll see them all over social media. That's what it is, especially when you get a shutout in the playoffs. He's riding high right now. So shout out to Jack Campbell for standing on his head and proving he's every bit as capable as the Leafs were hoping he would be when they picked him up. The Carolina-Nashville series is Carolina leads 3-2, and they can end this tonight. And if you're a Carolina fan, if you're a fan of the Hurricanes, if you're hoping for a victory, I think it's all going to come down to just getting on the board early and holding them down. Nashville is a gritty, grind you down kind of team, and the longer you stay tied, the tougher it is for you to kind of pull out that victory. So it'll be interesting to see if the goaltending match is as intended. I have Nedeljkovic as a probable pick for starting goaltender. If you're doing DraftKings, Nedeljkovic is $8,000 on DraftKings. It's not too bad. I'd also probably go Dougie Hamilton with that stack. $6,900 for Dougie Hamilton. And if you're looking for my other 2 daily fantasy picks, and again, these are picks. It doesn't mean you're going to win on them. This is just what I'm feeling. Nick Suzuki if you don't want to go a little off board for center and on wing, you have to go William Nylander. It's $5,800 for William Nylander. He's a multi-point guy and seems to be where a lot of the Leaf offense is coming from. So certainly getting his opportunities. That's what I would lean. Over to baseball, since we are almost done with our favorite sport, hockey. I'm not going to sit here and go through all of the scores. I'm not going to sit here and tell you about, the Astros and the Dodgers beating each other up and, all the you're a cheater nonsense that goes on every day with those fans. What I'm here to talk about is Vladdy Jr. Last year, everybody was completely enthralled with Bo Bichette on the Toronto Blue Jays. He was hitting very well before he got hurt, played an excellent season, and basically just did everything in his power to try to drag that team to the playoffs. They ended up in that weird playoff sort of format thing. But Vlad was kind of an afterthought. People were like, he's overrated. Totally overrated. Well, I'm here to tell you they were wrong. He's not overrated. In fact, he is 4th in total hits. Home runs, you say? Does he have the pop? Well, he's tied for 1st in home runs. Tied for 3rd in RBIs, so he's hitting the ball with runners in scoring position. 31 walks, 29 strikeouts. I mean, he's got a stolen base, but that's not really Vlad's game. He's got a .337 average. Man is hitting the cover off the ball and just not getting enough love. I mean, he's getting some love. I know everybody's pretty enthralled with Acuna and Tatis Jr. and, Soto and all of the other big boppers that are around here. And shout out to Trey Mancini, who's 2nd in the league in RBIs behind Rafi Devers. Because honestly, Trey Mancini, comeback story of the year for sure. Likely going to win comeback player of the year. How do you not love this guy? Came back from cancer, and now he's got 42 ribbies, 11 home runs, 52 hits. I mean, I think he's 2nd or 3rd. No, he's 52 hits. Sorry, a little farther down on the leaderboard, but he's 19th overall in hits. So, nice story out of Baltimore, which, to be honest, not a lot of good happening in Baltimore right now. So, Jays Yankees today. Alex Manoah getting the start. Good luck to the rookie in his debut. Yankees suck. So do the Red Sox. And it's going to be it. It's going to be new. Headset right now, I'm still trying to work out the logistics. The video quality isn't going to be as good right now, but I'm working on it, and I hope that you guys will tune in. I'm still going to continue to produce this audio podcast as well. So if you're listening on your podcast app, you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm on YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. Head over to youtube.com/armchaircommentary. You can check us out there. We've got a couple of interesting things, including talking about the upcoming pay-per-view event, the Brooks Koepka Bryson DeChambeau beef, and much, much more. So we're going to continue to soldier on. We're going to expand. You're going to see Armchair Commentary a little bit at different locations and maybe a different format going forward. But I just want to say I appreciate everyone that's stuck with us through all of this. And it's been an interesting week in the world of sports. Can't wait to do it again next week. Don't forget to follow, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you. Thanks for checking me out.